everybody, and welcome back to another video about eFootball. I was going to say PES, but it's not, is it? It's eFootball, and I thought we'd go through it again with some thoughts. I've made some notes. I've even got a blooming notepad here where I've made some notes. And I mean, in the background, you'll see here we've got this little video. We've turned the music off because it'll be rubbish. But PES has been renamed eFootball, and it's fully free to play. Asterisk that should have on it. eFootball is digital only, free to play, and it releases this autumn. This is a good summary from IGN. It seems that Konami have been talking to IGN. It's going to launch with exhibition matches, a selection of 9 clubs. We knew that from the previous video. And the platform will receive free yearly updates for new seasons. PS5, PS4, Xbox, Xbox One, Series XS, PC, iOS and Android as well. And by the winter, all versions of the game will feature cross-play and will be functionally the same. Option files will be available, although support will be added post-launch. Peter Drury and Jim Beglin will return as the English language commentators as well, which is now confirmed. And Konami will announce more about eFootball's gameplay and online modes in August. And it ends with a nice picture of Rashford and the IGN logo. And yeah, it's just a bit. There's a lot I want to talk about, right? There's a lot I want to talk about. So it's been confirmed on the screen right now. I will show a picture in post editing. Hopefully, I remember of a tweet that was published that does confirm Master League will be available after launch. It won't come with the launch game. It will be available. It will be downloadable content. And the key word in this tweet, through the translation, so it might be a bit wrong, but the key word for me is buy. It will be available to buy. So when they say it's completely free, I think online will be completely free. I think online player v player will be completely free. And it makes me question what we're going to have as offline mainly players. I assume most people in the comments will be offline mainly players. Master League, is it going to be completely revamped? Is it going to be what we want it to be? Who knows? Who knows? There's been no comment about it, and we are hoping there'll be a video soon from Konami with a gameplay reveal and comment about what it is and how it works. We'll have in the background the video going on with that. The colours are horrible. They're not meant for eFootball. They're podcasty sort of colours, I think. The bright yellow and blue. I quite like yellow and blue. Not on a football game. I think it's very in your face. Actually, this is a good point to bring up the next sort of topic that I wanted to get to. Is you get this silhouette of Messi, and then it obviously zooms in on him, and you know that was his real face, and then you look at his computer face, and this is what has worried me a little bit, because we'll watch this bit through in the video, and I know it's small, I haven't made it much bigger, but there's his real face, and then it makes him computer generated in just a second, right there, right? Before this was released, all the articles and the comments were around photorealism, and they're around how PES or eFootball is going to use the best possible techniques and technologies to get photorealism. Now that isn't really photorealism face of Messi when we compare it to this video that I'll edit in and it will cover the whole screen, right? This was released by Konami a year ago, showing what the Unreal Engine can do. Now, I'm not saying that the Unreal Engine on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X won't be as good as this, and it should be as good as this. My issue is that when that game is made so that it can be scaled down to mobile, it is going to affect the next generation console's performance, and well, not performance, it'll affect the graphics you can put through it, because it has to be scaled down so that everyone can play against everyone else, and that is a massive concern that I have. And then I just feel they've shot themselves in the foot by a lot of reasons. My main reason of why they've shot themselves in the foot is because there was 2 years. 2 years we've been waiting for this game. PES 2020 came out, and then COVID happened. The world basically shut down, and we were told for PES 2021, we're not going to give you a new game. You're going to get a season update because we have started development of the game for the next gen series of consoles. And it's going to be like the best, and it's going to be brilliant, and it's going to be superb, and it's going to revolutionise football. I can't remember what they said, but they started that hype themselves 2 years ago. And then to get to the 2 year point of view and get this as a trailer, as a reveal trailer. I always think a reveal trailer should be showing the best you've got at that time. And there's no way this is well, it might be the best they've got. I hope it's not the best they've got, but it's just so infuriating. I mean, if you go and watch videos by Spoonie Pizzas and the True Bricks, their breakdowns are good as well. And this looks good, that looks pretty rubbish. I mean, it's been pointed out numerous times, but if we just get this to the point where the players are walking out the tunnel, we'll make it bigger, and you can see everybody wearing like similar clothes. There's the same faces in the crowd. It was pointed out in the comments below. This guy, what is going on here? What is this going on here? Same jumper, just a different colour. Same jumper, same colour. And obviously in the crowd in football games you do get people wearing the same stuff, but that is literally 4 of the same person within 12 seats of each other, 12 seats in a row. It's just it's things like this that irritate me, that are really irritating me about this reveal trailer. This is so slow. It looked like the new football game online beta test that we were doing, which turns out probably it wasn't an online beta test, and a lot of you put in the comments of that video when I released it to say, I think this is what you're going to get from Konami, and I think that was mobile game, and I hope this is as well. I will wait for a gameplay trailer, and I will wait for a more longer version of the gameplay and what it looks like on PS5 and Xbox Series X and high-end PCs. I think that's good, but yeah, I just think it's disappointing, and they built the hype up themselves. And that is very disappointing. So this roadmap doesn't encourage me at all about what they're going to do. I know we've got a lot of adverts on the screen, I apologise, but it's really not encouraging me about what they want to do. I'm just not sure. I just don't get it. And reading the comments on the last video, a lot of people don't get it. It does look like IGN has been the player and the outlet where PES want to have all their chats and stuff like that. But, people weren't happy with Metal Gear Solid when Konami tried to redo that. Silent Hill, I think it's called, when they tried to do that. And it looks like this could be going the same way. And it's just these sorts of lines. Kimura says, not to worry, we're still making games on console first. We then take that exact same experience and make it available for mobile devices. That's not possible. You can't get a game, as far as I'm aware, you cannot get a game which is 4K, designed for a gaming console which can do 4K, and scale it down so much that it keeps all the same features and then goes to a mobile and gives both players the same experience of the game. I just don't think that's possible. In other words, we're not making the game for mobile, but we're working to make mobile more console-like. Basically, he goes on later to say as well, Fortnite has had a huge success of doing it, using Unreal. It's encouraging, and this pissed me off when I read it. That comes down in part to new tech build behind the game, a custom-built football game engine designed from a base of the hugely popular Unreal 4 engine. That's why we chose the Unreal Engine. That's not what they said when they first announced they were moving to Unreal Engine. They said they were moving to the Unreal Engine to give them the best designed game with the best physics around, not because it would allow them to scale down to mobile versions. That is really annoying, and it's just so frustrating. Ball control is new in it this year. They're taking advantage of R2, RT, which is going to be the same as Sprint, which is the same as FIFA. In order to understand how the best players in the world play the sport, we brought in footballers Andre Iniesta and Gerard Piqué as gameplay advisors. Well, you already had Iniesta, so you've brought in Piqué as another one to help with defending. That's great. But then you look at what FIFA have got, and I know FIFA have got a massive budget, but in their motion tracking thing that they've got now, it was actual 11v11 people. It's something that is just a next level above PES, and I don't know, it feels like Konami are sort of giving up on everything to do with PES other than microtransactions online and making it that sort of game. The fact, a lot of you pointed out as well, 1v1 is what dribbling utilises the best of football. Does it? Passing? Goalkeepers? Shooting? All of these things are important in football, not just dribbling one-on-one. So I'm not sure. And then it finishes with, a bunch of images. And there was one other article that I wanted to go and just again read through, which was from IGN. Hopefully I can go. So yeah, how Unreal Engine helped turn PES into eFootball. Now I'm not saying IGN Southeast Asia have been bought by Konami to write these articles, but this Joe Scribbles guy hasn't posted anything negative about this, and you know, he may be getting a kickback from Konami. It might be his job, he might work with Konami, I don't know. He might be really interested in this game, but I'm not sure. Although Konami teased it last year, the engine switch is more complex than we thought at first. That could be one of the understatements of this year, right? Other than those people that say COVID doesn't exist, but like, it's just so irritating. It's so irritating. The fact that it's going to be free to play doesn't interest me. I'd rather pay money for a game that's actually been designed purely for a next gen console. I feel like I would rather pay for a game that included offline modes in it and the option of playing online, not being an online game and then you have to pay to play offline. And when you know, because they've done that, offline mode is a second thought. That is what's really frustrating about all of this. PES wouldn't be what it is. Konami would probably still be what it is because they've created lots of good games other than PES. But PES wouldn't be what it is if you didn't have those people that fell in love with it for the Master League, for Become a Legend. Because they are what allowed PES to grow. Like, when it challenged FIFA at its height, I don't know, PES 14, 15, something like that maybe, that's when Master League was at its best. And they caught FIFA up, and then FIFA had to get better and accelerate, and it's just been now who can do the better online content, and it's so irritating. It's so irritating. He's sticking with this line to say that eFootball were built for consoles first and they'll use the scalability to tailor it to other devices. I don't really believe that. I don't think I just don't get it. This isn't the right article that I wanted, but I think my main feelings and frustrations are coming across a bit more. I wanted to sleep on it after doing the other video a couple of days ago. I wanted to make sure that I'd taken up all the information I could around it. But what is pleasing and also frustrating to see is that I don't think I've read from people that actually play the game, I don't think I've read or seen one positive comment come out of what Konami are trying to do with our beloved PES or eFootball. And PES is dead, I think. I think it is dead. And, you know, you go back to the 24th of June and it is released. This is the video that I've put in the video earlier. Look at that face there compared to what we saw. And this is back in, June, I think? June last year. So, well, this is obviously I think that video was June last year. But, yeah. Konami has a surprise release online performance test demo for the game that will presumably become PES 22, but for now is officially referred to as the new football game. Little did we know, I mean, how similar. Let's play this video in the background. Like, how similar does all this look? And they suckered me in, and I'll admit that they suckered me in when they got in touch with me on Twitter and said this is just an online performance test to see what the game runs like, to see what the servers run like. It's not going to be official, and there's nothing to come out. I can't make it bigger for some reason, but yeah, and it looks very, very similar to that gameplay. It really, really does, and you know. That's now we've got what we've got to live. That's what we've got to live with. It's taking ages to load for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's very, very irritating. They had a lot towards the end of My Club, or it's still going My Club, but recently, as the game sort of dies down, it's now they had a big push for mobile players. Sign up. Like, score this many goals, get loads of mobile stuff, do all this on mobile, and now it's obvious why, isn't it? They wanted all these people to come in, and it's very, 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 very irritating. If you want to read a bit more about it, I would literally just search for IGN PES. You'll get all the information, all the articles that have been there, all the chats with the developers and stuff like that. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because it's frustrating me talking about it again. I feel the fact that it's so blindingly obvious that offline modes are going to be second nature now. I mean, we always assume they were because they don't make money once they've sold the game. But, yeah, who are all these people that are spending that much money on microtransactions that it now becomes more profitable for PES or Konami to have a game which is free to play online and you have to buy the offline modes as extra content, that those microtransactions in a free to play game is going to make them more money than the amount of people that actually bought PES 2021 and 2020. And that's the sort of question I'm going to leave you with. Who is spending that amount of money on microtransactions in a game? And it's a concern. It's rubbish. Am I going to go back to FIFA? I don't know. I'm going to play both when they release it. I mean, I might as well play PES. It's going to be free, isn't it? That's the one positive that comes out of it. eFootball. I'm going to call it PES, but it is actually eFootball. I'll play it when it comes out because it'll be free, and I'll play the FIFA demo, and I'll try them both out. I love football. I love playing football games. I want a good one. We're not going to have a good one maybe for another year. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, that's my rant. Another one over. I hope you enjoyed it. You all said I was very honest in the last one. I've tried to be honest again. Huge disappointment. Hugely frustrated. Hugely confused by the whole situation. And Konami have got no one to blame but themselves. They hyped it up 2 years ago. They've now taken the fundamentals of what made PES, and they're going to make them extra money, downloadable content, and focus basically completely online on a game which can be cross-platform and cross-platform, cross-mobile. And I don't agree with it. I don't like it. Let's keep our fingers crossed and wait for a good gameplay video. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.